Hello, my friends, and welcome to my studio. I have a decision to make. I'll be traveling to my home country, and the question is what to take as for art supplies. I may not have time to paint, although I'd like to call this a vacation. But let's not forget one of the most important functions of art remembering. I want to capture what inspires me and continue using the sketchbook as a diary, but also want to travel light. And after a lot of thinking, here's what I've decided to bring. I'm using mostly watercolors, and for them, paper is most important. So let's start with the sketchbook. This is my hahnemühle watercolor book, and some of you might recognize it from my previous videos. I really like the paper of this one. I got used to it. I could have gone more compact and pick an A5 or smaller sketchbook, but I want to have a choice. What if I want to work on a bigger scale? And besides, I love it. I carry a backpack with me most of the time, so it's okay. Also, in terms of paper, I'd like to take these watercolor postcards and to create a custom one for my friends. Next, we move to paints. I was in a bit of dilemma here. Should I take the Sennelier palette, as it's really compact, basically primary colors, or the Winsor & Newton one? As I'm more familiar with the Winsor & Newton, I think it's a better choice. I'll even add one more color from the Cotman palette, and that is Indian red. I really like using it, especially in faces. I may even add some more here. As for brushes, I prefer using round brushes, but these are my staples. I mostly use these two here, number 4 and number 12 by Princeton. But this time I'm gonna take this flat brush and this smaller one for details. I might paint some landscapes, and with this brush I can cover more space. And as I said, this is for small details. As for water container, I'll take this cup that I bought in London. It's really portable, easy to use. I even began using it in the studio. Really compact. I have two options for travel water containers actually. This is the other one, and it's really cute, but it contains less water. So I finally decided to pick this one because the water here easily gets dirtier. Now let's open the pencil case and start with the pencils. For my sketches, I prefer using this 6H pencil. Any H pencil will do, as it produces barely visible lines and I like to leave them to orientate me. This 3B pencil is just in case if I want to work only with pencil or pencil and ink. As I use these traditional ones, non-mechanic pencil for example, I'm gonna need a sharpener. And this comes with an eraser too. I'll also take these color pencils if I get tired from the graphite. And they are really cute colors. These are Faber-Castell polychromos. Now is the turn for the ink pens. I highly recommend them for traveling, and they are waterproof, so you can work in line and wash and use them to write down. I use them to write down colors, expressions, quotes and dates. This brown one I use for details sometimes. White gouache and white ink pen. Some call this cheating, but it's nice to add an odd highlight here and there, don't you think? Some clips to stylize. The sketchbook. I almost forgot. A washi tape. It does a really good job to create straight angles. And another eraser. And if you wonder what these are for, this is a highlighter pen and I like to use it to annotate my books, not art related. And this is an ink pen as well for writing. I love journaling, so I will use this for journaling. Alright, that's all I'm going to take with me as art materials. And to be honest, we sometimes need just a pen and paper. The feeling we imply in our sketches is what makes them unique. Making art helps us to remember places, situations, but also people, smiles, and hospitality. Hopefully this video will help some of you when you travel. Stay creative, my friends. Bye.